Yo, what is going on YouTube? I one content. My name is Brady K. Grinchen. If you want to ask about my name, this is the name I use on Twitch a lot. So yeah, so let's get into this. This is my BPL season 1 draft. We had 3 players going into this with me, my bro David, and my boy Devin. My boy Devin dropped out after right after the league ended. Technically, he had to beat David to get into the finals because I clinched it because I beat both David and Devin. Which, yeah, David lost to me. He was probably going to beat Devin, I'll be honest. But to the point, I'm going to be talking about my Pokemon, and I'm going to be uploading the champion game. This is like season 1. I'm not saying I'm only in season 0, but yeah, this is tier 1 through tier 5. Some of the mons are not in the correct tier, so we just did it for fun. We gotta let David take Scissor in tier 2 and some other things. And you're gonna see a mon that's busted. This is in tier 4, which would be in tier 3. It's not busted now that I think about it. It's not really that good, but still pretty decent. But let's start getting into the draft. So first round 1 pick, we have Devin picking Mega Mawile. We have David picking Mega Charizard X. So I'm looking at the draft board. I'm like this. What good Megas are left? I could pick my Mega last, but I wanted to make it interesting and pick my Mega first. Because we did record a draft stream, but it didn't work. So I'm looking at the Mega board like this. We did allow Mega Latias and Mega Latios. We did allow a decent amount of things in the tier. And I was like this. What do I want to pick up that is good? I can maybe start hazard stacking, or that can start hitting some power, and it also has good defenses. I was not really torn on the speed, but this mon guy has good speed, good defenses, great attack stats, and it's basically the best Pokemon all around in the OU tier. But it's a tier 1 Mega. Of course, I got to pick it. It's my boy Mega DNC. Talk about Mega DNC having, people say, the best ability, which is Magic Bounce. If you don't know what Magic Bounce is, any certain stat moves like Toxic will go back on them. Stealth Rocks, Spikes, so I can really prevent Stealth Rocks going up on my field. I know the 50 HP is low class here, but it's fine with its defenses. I usually run a bulky. You can run speedy. You can run a really offensive. You can run this thing special. And taking his Calm Mind for Calm Mind for setting up. Dazzling Gleam, Diamond Storm, Earth Power, hits Stealth Rocks. You can even run it like a Stealth Rocks. Keel Bell is like a Rest and a Sleep Talk set if you just want to do that. Not really Sleep Talk, but or just a weird set if you want to be a bulky set with Toxic. And you can also run a physical set with Diamond Storm. Does this thing get Play Rough? It does not get Play Rough, which sucks. But yeah, it gets Endeavor. It gets Explosion. I've seen some sets do a nice facade set. Power Gem is usually the special move you can run. You can even run mix sets. I usually like the mix sets. But yeah, there's some moves I would like to try. Gyro Ball would be pretty cool. But why would I try Gyro Ball on this thing? But yes, Stealth Rocks is nice on this thing. So, complimenting this thing, as its nickname is Diamond. So, driving on like this. So, as you know, it's a Fairy and Rock type. Gives me a nice fairy to start off my core. Has a rock, and it has big steel weakness, but it does have some defense. I'm like this. I want something that brings me a ton of speed to the table, which is a great tier 2 Pokemon. It could be tier 1 or tier 2. Let's say you could let it slide tier 2. It should go in tier 2, the best tier 2 in my opinion, but I don't think it should stay in tier 1. You could be thinking Hydreigon. That's what I was going to go with, but I'm like this. Nah. I took my boy, the one and only Rafiki, in for Amp. So its ability is good. Has good stats, which are really good. As you see, Cornet special or offensive with nice speed. You run a Iron Fist or Blaze. Usually Iron Fist is better. But yeah, you can really run anything on this, like Bandit, Scarf. And this thing gets so many moves. You can run a calm mindset, a close combat set. You can run even like Mach Punch. It gets what's the special one? Vacuum Wave. It literally gets every move. Gunk Shot, Flare Blitz, Flame Charge, Fake Out, Earthquake, Close Combat, as I said. Even against Acrobatics, you can run an HP Ice. As I said, Gunk Shot, Nasty Plot. Nasty Plot set would be pretty dirty. Overheat. You can run Arrest, Protect. And even thing gets Slack Off, which is so nice. Stealth Rock, Stone Edge. U-Turn, Will-O-Wisp, Toxic, Thunder Punch, Sword Dance. You can literally run a double set. Does I think get Rock Polish? If this is Rock Polish, you can literally run. I think it does. Rock. Okay, nope, it does not. This thing even gives me another Stealth Rock user, which I've had to say, which is very, very nice, but like, why would I run this thing as a Stealth Rock user? So, like, I got 2 Mons I felt very, very, very good on. So, moving on into round 3. Let me get my list, because I had a lot of things, so I still want to know what my third pick is. But I found it. So, I'll review all the teams, what David and Devin draft. Oh, yes, I will tell you Devin's team and how I won both games. So, my next pick, you could say, was a good pick, or you could say as a bad pick, because, as you know, I had the end of the draft, like the third pick. So I had to spin. So I picked Mega DNC, and then I picked Infernape. So Rafiki is going to be its name. So I really was torn what to pick here. Like this. Oh, what should I pick? Some good things went. I was hoping to get Hydreigon won from Devin. Devin picked that up, and I was really pissed off about that because I really wanted Hydreigon on my team. So yeah, so that was picked up, and I was really mad because that was like the biggest snipe I think of the draft. There was one, I got sniped pretty hard this draft, in a 3-person draft actually, because David and Devin picked 2 Mons that I was gonna pick over, and really stunk. But I had 3. There are 3 choices I could have taken for that Pokemon, but we'll get to that later because I didn't want to pick it up immediately. But we picked my boy, very underrated Mon, and Kyurem, regular Kyurem. Because you could have taken Kyurem Black, yeah, but like nah, but like this thing shiny just looks amazing compared. I don't know, like it literally just looks so nice. This one's gonna be #blue. So I literally just love its design, and that's just shiny. Well, we're gonna leave Mega DNC as shiny. I don't even know it. Yeah, Infernape shiny I don't really like that much. Yeah, and its stats are very, very nice. Stats are probably one of the better in the games. You can run this thing just like Infernape. How you can run it physical or special. Things usually run special, but you can do many things. You can run Flash Cannon, Earth Power, Draco. You can run a Hone Claw set, Ice Beam, Iron Head. You can run the Screens, Outrage. If you want to do an offensive set, Toxic, Stone Edge, Shadow Claw, Shadow Ball. This thing gets a ton of things, and it even gets Glaciated. I don't even know if that's in there. It's a good move, Glaciate. Only that Invictini gets it in the game. So, does it have it? Because I'm pretty sure I'm lagging pretty bad right now. No, I'm not. Okay. So yeah, it can even get Psychic if you really want, and it gets Roost. Roost is like a major thing in this thing. Now, as you can tell, I do have a little Stealth Rock weakness, but I don't really care. I will patch that up later in my draft. So as I'm back, after I pick Kyurem like this, what do I want to pick as my tier 1? This thing people have been hating on. like really hating on. I'm like this. This thing, I don't care if it just has a base 100 stats. This is in the UU borderline. I'm like this. I don't care about Manaphy. Like this thing was gonna be like these are the other mon I call #blue, but I'm just calling it. I called it Man Up for fun. And so Manaphy just provides me so much with 100 stats, runs bulky. I don't even know the difference between a shiny or not. No, I think the normal one will be fine. You can run this thing offensive with knockoff Aqua Jet, and it shines on the special side with Calm Mind, Ice Beam, Rest Sets, Rest. You can run Z-Rain Dance, which I ran against Devin, destroyed his team. I got 4 kills with it. U-Turn, Waterfall, it even gets Liquidation now. Heal Bell, Energy Ball. This thing gets a decent amount of coverage, not the best coverage, but like enough to make it usefulness. But Tail Glow, which is it's probably the best move, making its special attack by 3 stages, which makes it deadly. If you ask me, with Energy Ball, Ice Beam, and Scold, there's not going to be nothing that's going to be taking a lot of hits. What wants to take a +3 Scold? And you can even make it +6 if you really want to. And yeah, that thing you don't want to deal with. Manaphy's a good mon in Draft League. I'm the one that knows to bring it when it's really useful. But like right now, I really like my team. So moving into round 5, I'm like this. I'm not even touched my free points yet. Because I have a tier 1 in Manaphy, a tier 2 and Trainer, tier 3 in Kira, and my Mega. Something like this. Let's touch those free points. I don't want to take a tier 1, but I took one of the best tier 2s, in my opinion. This is usually tier 2, that you've seen in. And that was my boy Zero over it. Now, as you can tell, my team's getting pretty offensive, but my speed tiers are looking up really nice right now. As I detail 110, a 108, a 195, which is my slowest speed, 100, and now the 143. This thing is the fastest mon with a scarf in the game. A very nice attack. This thing is called Laxus, from one of the best shows or animes in the game, if you don't know. Is this my 6th mon? No, it's not. Oh, okay. Wait, what am I doing? Okay, no, what am I doing? So yeah, its speed is very good. Its defenses are not too bad, but yeah. You can run Volt Switch, Plasma Fist, Knockoff, Close Combat, Calm Mind is there if you really want it. Bulk Up sets, those are nice. Endeavor, seen Fake Out, and then Endeavor sets. Quick Attack if you want priority, if you know there's a Scarf Fever coming. Knockoff, T-Bolt if you want a special set. Volt Switch, even get the Wild Charge, but like Plasma Fist is the one you usually want to run. This Plasma Fist, I think, is probably its best move. If you want, you can run Return. And I don't even know what Plasma Fist does. Like, I think it makes normal types into that, and it has a nice ability Volt Absorb. We didn't really talk about Kieran's ability, Pressure. That doesn't matter. But I rest the sets with Manaphy. So yeah, I've been looking at my team right now. What's my most common weakness? Really nothing right now. I do have a little ground weakness, as you can tell, but Kieran and Manaphy patched that up pretty well. And I wanted another thing that really doesn't get affected by ground. It only really has 2 weaknesses. And the second weakness, it's not even solely effective. Like this. What do I want to pick? It's a nice tier 4. So, because you get 2 tier 3s per draft. 4 things, and I already used 120 by free points. This was a little, I think I grabbed it way too early in the draft, which I could have grabbed the other mons, I will say. One of them was chosen, but I didn't think the other one would get chosen. And that was probably the best mon. Is it even in RU? Yes, it is in RU. And that was one of the best mons I could take. Was that mon, but You'll see later what happens. But I took Escavalier. If you think Escavalier is bad, get out of here. Its Bug Steel type makes it very dang good with its nice 135 attack. My first bad speed tier, which is that, is fine, but 105 defenses just makes it amazing. And when you choose a Escavalier, it was very, very good in my opinion. Here, I'll show you the set because, well, pretend you just don't like see the one of those mons. Yeah, what's the name? Oh yeah, Excalibur. That was the name. Excalibur was a great name, and yeah, you see two of those mons I took. Oh no, no. As yeah, you saw that. But yeah, Escavalier is really like Excalibur. I love its shiny, by the way. So you can run it like any ability. Any ability doesn't really matter. But I think Overcoat is probably the best ability. But like yeah, hopefully you can look at that. But Excalibur as a shiny, it just looks so amazing. By the way, props to that. But yeah, this thing gets anything you want. Drill Run and Mega Horn are like the main things with knockoff. Poison Jab's there if you want to use that. If you don't want to run around Mega Horn, you always have the chance of running X Scissor, which is very nice. And Iron Head is like its main steel move. That's really it about Excalibur. You can run it, it's really good in Trick Room. And it's very defensive and offensive, which I liked. Scissor was there. I mean, Scissor David took. Did David take Scissor by that point? I think, yeah, he took it like right before my pick, actually, now that I realized. But I didn't really want Scissor. I wanted that thing. I didn't really know I was going to pick that round. But yeah, moving on to our 7th through 11th picks. Alright, so I originally went with Nidoqueen and Shaman. I dropped those two right away in the draft. And I picked Amoonguss with the first mon. As you saw in that thing. And I named it Blowjob. Don't look it up, kids, if you don't know what that is. Sorry if I'm a little immature, but like, look at his mouth. Its mouth is just craving for that. I'm not gonna say what it is. For you younger viewers, but like, it's a nice tier 3. This thing could be run tier 2, but it's okay in tier 3. The reason why people run in tier 2 is because of Effect Spore. Has 2 great abilities in the Effect Spore. And wait, there we go. And Regenerator. Regenerator is my favorite ability in the game, so I'm gonna be seeing me run that. And this thing literally can just tank hits with its nice 114 HP. And it has to regenerate to switch it out. Its defenses are okay, but you might think it has 85 attack and 85 special attack. That's great. But now you have a little slow in speed tiers since you have Excalibur now. So I'm pretty good, I feel like, for right now, the time being. And I know I lost some speed in Shaman and Nidoqueen, but I feel like this would be helping me better than both of those combined. As you can see, I lost down as a Stealth Rock user and Nidoqueen, but I don't think that really matters because this thing is just Effect Spore. Spore is 100% accurate, right? For the 100% accurate, so you don't really need to run Effect Spore because you can Spore, Sludge Bomb, Giga Drain, Toxic, and yeah, Body Slam's there if you want to run that. Protect, Seed Bomb, you can run that. Stomping Tantrum. So yeah, you can also run the Synthesis, which is pretty nice if you want to just eat all those hits. That's really it about Amoonguss. Moving on to the next pick we have. We picked the only Lycanroc, but as you turned out, it was a tier 4, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it was a tier 4. But we picked another one that could have been tier 4. We dropped this thing literally after my David match. I'll explain it really quick. I didn't bring it, as you could tell. It's really nice, but I already had the anti. I really wanted this thing because it hadn't gave me another 110 speed user, but I didn't really want the thing. And now it gave me Stealth Rock user, but it also gave me another Rock user. I feel like Diancie can run Stealth Rocks, but it gets Sword Stance, it gets Stone Edge, and it has priority too, which I lost in Lycanroc, but Lycanroc was not really the mon I thought at the end of the draft. And I literally, as I just saw on the screen, I took Umbreon. I didn't even need to do that. And I actually took, literally Umbreon. Because I don't have a Dark type on my team, as you can tell. That's kind of coincidental that it was there. And also has a good ability in Synchronize. As you don't know, it gives me now a decent speed tier at 65, too. People usually forget about speed on Umbreon. But it's not too bad, too. It's bulky as heck. And its attack, I know it's not that good, but all you need to run is Foul Play. That's the only move you really need to bring on this thing. And you can also run Sucker Punch for if you want for priority. You can run Substitute, Toxic, Wish, Heal Bell, Protect. To get Psychic, that's cool. Moonlight's there for also the Hyper Voice. So yeah, this thing is just a good Cleric in my opinion. Because I didn't get a Cleric on my team. Because you'll find out why the pick I was going to go for. But yeah, so it's really about Umbreon. I don't really have the greatest amount of time to, as I should say, but I'm trying to do the best I could. And and my name is just Darkness, my friend. Because just don't ask about my name. Oh, I even forgot the K there. If you don't know what that is from. I don't know. I was gonna call it Hyper Darkness for a YouTuber I used to watch when I was younger, but no, we don't name it that. So, as I'm on now for my next pick, literally there's 3 things left. I still had a lot of points left since I took a tier 4, as if from 3 points. I had to take a tier 5, and my tier 5 I won this thing so bad. I felt like Devin was gonna snipe me on this, or David, because this thing is so dang good. It's a great tier 5. Not many people sleep on it because of the speed tier and defenses are not amazing, but its HP and attack is amazing. You can run this thing. You can run Iron Fist with Drain Punch, Fire Punch, Focus Punch, Ice Punch. Literally, that is so nice. You can run Stealth Rocks on the things. Give me another Stealth Rock user. Also, you can run Stone Edge, but you can also run a No Guard set with Dynamic Punch, 50%, and makes it 100%, and you just confuse it, an opponent. As you see right there, Ice Punch is always nice to have. You can run a Rock Polish set. You can run Shadow Punch, which is very nice. Stone Edge, as I said, Thunder Punch, Toxic. This thing is really good and bulky. This thing, I was gonna call it. Yeah, I was gonna call it Rudy Gobert, but I'm just gonna call it the Giant, because there's nothing really else to run it. I want to run it with a capital G. There we go. So yeah, that's really it about that. And now here's the mon I get sniped down. The first mon I wanted, Cresselia, picked off by Devin. That was 4th round by him. He grabbed that thing, 4th round. I'm like, this dang. I thought it was I was gonna take that 6th round. Then, David picks Necrozma 7th round. I'm like this. Damn it, he literally sniped me. Because I was gonna take that thing 9th round. Literally right before Golurk, but he took that way too early than I expected to. I didn't think he would pick Necrozma. And we picked the only mon, Twitch.tv. Reuniclus. Reuniclus was my 3rd choice, because you have 3 bulky psychics right there. Now Reuniclus is not as bulky as the other 2, but 110 HP and great defenses, and he even gives me the Trick Room user with these 3 mons, because I can run Trick Room with a lot of things. Now, Like, Trick Room looks very nice on my team, and I also run a really speedy team. So, yeah, guys, give me 1 second. Yes, guys? Sorry about that, guys. So, Reuniclus, you can also run offensive too, which is very nice, and you don't have to run it defensive, which I like about the thing. As I said, it's gonna be called Twitch.tv, and yeah, I was really torn of dropping this thing, but like, I kind of been liking it since of my UU team that I have right now. Here, where is it? This UU team here is so fun to use. You can literally run a Life Orb set, as I have right there, with Magic Guard, so it doesn't take any damage, which I like. You run a Regenerator, which helps me with my Regenerator core with this and Amogus. And you can run Assault Vest, you can run Life Orb, but Trick Room is very nice on this thing. Focus Blast, you can run, you're gonna usually have to use that. You got to knock off, but like, you don't really want to bring this thing offensive. You usually want to bring it especially offensive, and it even gets Explosion, but still, as I said, gets Screens, gets Magic Coat, which a lot of people forget, and also has Paint Split and Recover. Like, Recover is nice on this thing. Like I said, Trick Room's going to be the main thing with this team, and Thunder Wave, I can run it with Toxic, like, I'm pretty sure the thing gets Thunder, but it doesn't get Thunderbolt. Yeah, some strange reason. Yeah, and Calm Mindsets and Energy Ball is usually forgotten on this thing, which is really weird to say. So yeah, that's really it about Reuniclus. So let's move on to the next Pokemon. As you saw, you guys know what it is if you saw the thing. It is Porygon 2. Been one of my favorite Pokemon. What did I name it? I forgot what I named this thing, because it's been a while since we did our first match. Oh yeah, I renamed it Trump's Wall, because it literally is bulky as heck with the EV light on. It's just a joke. What am I doing? There we go. Yeah, so like you can run, has a decent amount of stuff. You can run usually gets download, which is nice, and download traces the ability you really want to run. Psyshock, Recover, as it's nice, as I said. Thunderbolt, Tri Attack, which even adds more bulk and helps my Trick Room team. I know I got all my speed in the beginning of the round, and I didn't really get any other speed really, but like as you look at my team, it doesn't really need that much. But this thing gets a lot of things. It's Paint Split, Shadow Ball, Thunderbolt, Tri Attack is its main move. 20% to do any certain status, except for Sleep. Not really Zen, but Thunderbolt. Yeah, but this thing, and the Ice Beam is like the main move I really wanted on this thing, which is nice to have. It is bulky as heck with the EV light on, because it's not fully evolved. It's 0.5. Its defenses are so much better with that on, and I really just likes this team. If you're looking at it, my speed tiers are not the greatest, since I have 5 of good speed mons and 6 not that bad. Here, let me list. So David's team is, first round he picked Mega Charizard X. Second round he picked Clefable. Third round he picked Feraligatr in tier 3, actually. That was a good pick, in my opinion, because of tier 3. Fourth round, I don't know why, he picked a tier 5 in Weezing, but don't ask me, ask David. Pick 5, he picked Scissor. Pick 7, he picked Mamoswine. Picked 8, he picked Necrozma. Pick 8, pick 9, he picked Omega. Pick 10, he picked Girder, and pick 11, he picked Raikou. But so in the matchup we had, so as my team followed, no, not that. I brought this team, a pretty weird team. Infernape is just like a weird set. So Infernape and Excalibur and Trump's Wall, they had 2 unfortunate crits, but they both got crit in like the first 2 things of the game. And Infernape put in a lot of work. If I didn't have Slack Off on this thing, I would have died. And I meant to put a little more speed on this thing. Because I run this thing bulky. If I run enough speed, I would have definitely outsped the Charizard, but I did not, which annoyed me a lot because I didn't run my set correctly. So yeah, with U-turn, Flare Blitz, and I had this thing was Mine Diamonds. I forgot about that. This thing cleaned up. Rafiki, Infernape got 1 kill, and that was on the Mamoswine. I knew Mamoswine was going to go Scarf. Escavalier got a kill. I forget what it was. But yeah, Charizard X was the scariest thing I think in that match, which he's going to bring. Again, I should say, if he doesn't bring Charizard X, that's going to be actually really good. I'll have my team builder soon before I start the match. So yeah, and the next match I had against Devin, he had Mega Mawile, Scolipede, Hydreigon, Cresselia, Protein Greninja Tier 1, Breloom, Arcanine, Hitmontop, Jolteon, Lycanroc, Day, which we switched. He got Midnight, and then Mismagius. I won the thing in a nice 5-0 with Manaphy, getting 4 kills. Yeah, but I forgot to save. Both battles he forgot to save because I didn't think we'd be recording this, but I'm like this. Nah, forgot a recording app. But yeah, that's really it. I would like to say. Oh, I forgot to mention this. David did drop Girder and Raikou. He picked up Conkeldurr and Electivire, which he did bring Raikou. I don't know if I said that. Raikou really just fell, I think, to Escavalier. That's what was killed with the drill run. So yeah, so his biggest threats that David has is his Raikou. His Conkeldurr, and his Charizard X. Clefable didn't really do that much that match. He barely brought it in. He just really sacked it off. So yeah, guys, that's gonna be it for today's match.